Welcome to the Alliance Immersion Experience. You're about to embark on an interactive and engaging journey to learn about our organization. But I'd like to share a few things before you get started. The Baton Rouge Alliance for Students was founded in 2021 with the belief that an excellent education is every child's birthright. That belief powers the team daily to deliver on its mission to ensure that students are at the forefront of school improvement decisions in the city of Baton Rouge. We engage a diverse coalition of families, civic leaders, elected officials, and business people from across the parish in driving a prosperous future for students in EBR. On this journey, our 360 experience will take you on a tour of Baton Rouge and into our programs, student-centered priorities, and the positive impact we're realizing here in our community.
Hi, I'm Advocacy Pellichet-Duggan, and I serve as the founding CEO of the Baton Rouge Alliance for Students. Today, I want to share the core values that define our organization's mission. We hold a fundamental belief that a high-quality education should not be a matter of luck or circumstance, but is a birthright for every child. The Alliance is committed to driving real and lasting change in Baton Rouge. Our goal is to support the development of a partnership between parents, community members, and policymakers, all united in the pursuit of an excellent education for every student in our city. We are a catalyst for empowerment, community elevation, and leadership engagement. Our work focuses particularly on communities who have been historically marginalized. But we're not just here to talk. We're here to shift the dynamics in a manner true to the spirit of our beloved Baton Rouge.
Central to the mission of the Baton Rouge Alliance for Students is our commitment to empowering families. Our organization believes that the key to student success is recognizing that families are best equipped to make decisions when informed and supported as partners in the education process. That's why we created programs like Parent Academy, an initiative that offers tools and resources needed for parents to make choices for their children's educational futures, develop advocacy skills, and demand access to high-quality schools for every Baton Rouge student. The Alliance also works in coalition to produce the Youth Voice Initiative, where we amplify young people and gather student experiences through a series of community engagements. As a result, Baton Rouge youth are able to initiate policy conversations that can impact the future. Finally, our organization publishes an annual Red Stick Schools Guide that provides information about the types of schools in our community and helps families weigh their options and understand school quality.
I wanted to join the Parent Academy because I'm one of those parents that is involved in a lot of things. And I believe education is the very foundation to grow our students. So it opened my eyes up to a lot of things in the education spectrum that I need and other parents need. And I can take it back to my community. You're open up to multiple entities that's in your community, even if it's a private school, charter school, whatever. Parent Academy allows you to see that. I mean, you get to see the grades from A to an F and understand what an A means, what an F means, what we need to do to fix it, what we need to do to keep it at an A. Because sometimes we can just talk about the pros and cons, but when you see it in black and white, you can go through it with a fine-tooth comb and say, okay, what can we do better? What can I do better? What can my students do better? I feel better equipped to advocate for my students because of this program.
Hi, I'm Advocacy Pellichet-Duggan, the CEO of Baton Rouge Alliance for Students, and we're so excited about the Baton Rouge Youth Voice Initiative. It's just one of many projects that the Alliance has that are designed to elevate the voices of a diverse group of stakeholders in education in our community.
I wish that the teachers themselves were more accepting of how kids will act and how their interests.
I think what stands out to me is that the schools in Baton Rouge are so divisive. There's even divides within the schools. And I think a lot of that has to, race, obviously, and class.
A lot of the times people might forget that they're still kids. I don't feel like people really have the opportunity to express themselves, and that really affects people's ability to learn.
For far too long, we've had all of the conversations about how this impacts the educators, and the loudest voices in the room don't come from our young people. And so we think this is a unique opportunity to hear directly from them about their experiences on how policymakers can be improving the environment in classrooms and across our community to help them realize the lives that they want for themselves.
Baton Rouge Alliance for Students is invested in elevating community by supporting people and organizations dedicated to improving the quality of life for Baton Rouge students. Through our ChangeMAKERS program, we empower leaders with a deep understanding of the educational challenges and opportunities facing our city. ChangeMAKERS participants become advocates that amplify the voices of the historically underserved. We also gather experts and community members from diverse backgrounds to discuss ways we can achieve quality education for every student at our annual Education as a Civil Right event. This community convening provides an opportunity to facilitate conversations about the history and complexities of Baton Rouge's education landscape that will serve to catalyze the change we wish to see. At the Alliance, we are deeply committed to empowering families, elevating the community, and engaging leaders to create an educational environment where every child thrives. In service of our commitment to education in Baton Rouge, our community grants process strategically invests in local organizations that share our core values within 6 priority areas: equity, student growth and development, leadership development, family and community voice, youth empowerment, and out-of-school time. These grants provide important capital to expand the impact of community partners and fortify our collective mission to establish Baton Rouge as a beacon for high-quality education.
At the Baton Rouge Alliance for Students, we believe that uniting a diverse, student-centered coalition of empowered families, elevated community, and engaged leaders is critical to providing a high-quality education for every child in our city.
I applied to ChangeMAKERS because before I moved to Baton Rouge in 2020, I grew up and taught in a school system that was completely different from Baton Rouge in terms of the landscape of public education, but also student outcomes.
My hope for Baton Rouge students is that they grow up with a leadership that genuinely wants to put their interest first.
As the culminating experience of their ChangeMAKERS cohort journey, participants come together for a city visit to learn best practices and refine their perspectives by comparing Baton Rouge to another education ecosystem. Recently, our 5th ChangeMAKERS cohort visited Indianapolis for one such opportunity.
Really, the Alliance is trying to fill that gap and figure out how can we make sure that every child in this community has access to a great education.
But there's some kids who have additional needs, and having a way to actually help them to get them the specialized learning that they need, and also having equity for kids in all schools to have the same resources, whether it be tutors.
In addition to an inspiring school tour, our cohort also had the chance to connect with local leaders, share ideas, and collaborate on solutions to common challenges facing both cities.
This experience has been incredible, and now I have all of this knowledge, and part of me gets a little overwhelmed with what am I going to do with this? But I really truly feel that the best way that I can make a change is through my grassroots networking within my community, through my peers, educating them like I wasn't able to educate them before.
We return to Baton Rouge with a renewed commitment to helping these diverse leaders find their role in ensuring an excellent education for every child.
Days like today are very important to attend the conference that the Baton Rouge Alliance for Students put on, Education as a Civil Right, to be in a space with like-minded individuals, to be in a space with subject matter experts all around education. I think that, as a parent myself with 2 young children, knowing my own rights, knowing what are the possibilities for my kids is just important to not only educate myself, inform myself from the numerous panels and numerous discussions, even the network sessions that, I attended with breakoffs. It just was amazing to be a part of. I think that as they continue to create a space to have the conversation, it's needed in our community, it's needed for our kids. As parents, we need to know who can we go to, who can we talk to, and who can we trust that will be able to enlighten us, inform us. I will attend next year, and I'm just very thankful to the Baton Rouge Alliance for Students to, allow the space today.
This is my 4th year attending Education as a Civil Right. I really think it's an amazing event for the community to come together as a collective to think about what we can do as individuals and as a collective unit to change impacts for education, especially educational equity within our city. I believe that as a collective, we need to work more as a collaborative unit to change the outcomes for kids in our city. Too many times we work in silos and we work against interests by trying to put ourselves before the interests of the collective community. So as a collaborative unit, we can do more to change the outcomes and impact of education in our city. We will get more results from that. And so I think this kind of event, bringing us together, no matter where you come from, no matter the type of governance model you support, gives us an opportunity to think about what collaboration and connectivity does to change education in our city.
We're so excited to bring the community together for a conversation about the links between race and education in our city. Education as a Civil Right was conceived about 4 years ago, and it was the 65th anniversary of the Brown v. Board of Education. And so we want to have this conversation about how we can better deliver on the promise of an excellent education as a pathway to a life of opportunity for students in Baton Rouge. We had so many people who joined us today, more than 150 guests who have been in and out throughout our panel discussions, our bus tours, and also our keynote speaker, Dr. Lisa Delpit, who did an amazing job delivering really impactful words for us and a charge to go out and educate our city's children in a better way. We're super grateful for members of the community who really took time out of their schedules to come and talk about how we can better serve every child in Baton Rouge and ensure that education delivers on the life of opportunity that we want for every student in our city. At the Alliance, we believe that every child has limitless potential and that it's up to the adults in their lives to make sure that we deliver on that promise for them. And so we're just grateful that people are giving of their time, giving of their talents, giving up their day, and spending the day with us talking about solutions to education in Baton Rouge.
Our Torch program invests in cultivating a pipeline of diverse leaders committed to improving educational outcomes for Baton Rouge students. This 7-month intensive training is designed for those aspiring to be political leaders. Torch is a transformative education leadership training initiative designed to ignite the passion of aspiring candidates, campaign staff, and education advocates in Baton Rouge. Torch was created by the Baton Rouge Alliance for Students to empower and prepare leaders from our community to step up, run for public office, manage political campaigns, and so much more. Our mission is simple: foster the next generation of civically engaged leaders by providing education, training, and on-the-ground experience. Throughout the course of the 7-month experience, participants engage in in-person learning sessions, join enriching discussions, and tackle assignments that challenge them to grow. During the program, participants dive deep into modules like campaign messaging, building a campaign plan, campaign finance and fundraising, and data and technology utilization. Torch participants are given the opportunity to engage in advocacy and electoral activities alongside the Baton Rouge Alliance for Students action, empowering them to make a real impact.
Our vision of the future is a Baton Rouge where quality education is not just available, but guaranteed for every child in the city. In this city, children's educational experiences prepare them for the lives of their dreams. We operate on a straightforward premise. Every child can learn, adults should be held to high standards to meet those learning needs, and the best results are achieved in partnership with community. I urge each one of you to join us on this transformative journey. Let's make Baton Rouge a place where educational access isn't left to chance, the zip code you're born in, or your family's means. Instead, let's ensure that education is a stepping stone for each child to unlock their God-given potential. The future of a thriving Baton Rouge is tied to our commitment to delivering a high-quality education to all of our children. Baton Rouge, our students are counting on us.
Welcome back. I hope you had an amazing experience learning about the Baton Rouge Alliance for Students. There are so many ways for you to connect and advocate for students in our city to ensure that every child has access to an excellent education. You can always find ways to join in on the work and the impact we're making in the capital city on our website.